Ladies and gentlemen, you know, why would a person? I'm just keeping 100, y'all. Anybody could sue anybody, right? But Kenneth Walker, and we all know that what's really happened with Breonna Taylor. So now Sergeant Mattingly want to countersue Kenneth Walker for emotional distress, assault, and battery. Now, we already know what happened that night. Now he claims that Kenneth Walker shot him in the leg, which led to Breonna Taylor got shot multiple times, killing her, right? But we really don't know who really shot Sergeant of course Sergeant Mattingly, because the according to the evidence is inconclusive, and there's been talk that his partner, Detective Brett Hankerson, was the one responsible of shooting Mattingly. But I digress. So this article comes from CBS News. It says an officer involved in the fatal shooting of Breonna Taylor has filed a civil suit against the 26-year-old's boyfriend for emotional stress, assault, and battery on the night she was killed. The lawsuit claims Louisville Sergeant Jon Mattingly experienced severe trauma, mental anguish, and emotional stress because of Kenneth Walker's actions on March 13th. Mattingly and the two officers entered Taylor's apartment early in the morning that day with a warrant in an attempt to carry out the drug investigation. Walker, a licensed gun owner, who said he thought the officers were intruders, allegedly fired a shot that hit Mattingly in the leg. Police opened fire, killing Taylor. Taylor had no criminal record, and no drugs were found. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop you right there. So let me get this straight, okay? And so they issue a no-knock warrant, and the police didn't identify themselves as police officers, okay? Now, Kenneth Walker said that he thought they were intruders or burglars who were trying to break in their apartment. So he issued them a warning shot, which led to believe that report says that the bullet that Kenneth Walker was using didn't even hit Jon Mattingly's leg, as been reported. There's been not rumors, but there's been reports that the bullet came from Brett Hankerson, the one that was shooting up Breonna Taylor's neighbor's apartment, which is wanton endangerment, as I recall. But I have people can sue anybody, but why would you sue a person that didn't even hit you in the damn leg? I don't understand that. Oh, but yet they want to change. This is why I said that these officers want to change the narrative of the situation that happened when Breonna Taylor was killed. They want to make them feel like he's the victim. Let's keep it moving, y'all. Walker conduct in shooting Mattingly is outrageous, intolerable, and offends all accepted standards of decency and morality, the lawsuit said, citing one of the legal standards for intentional emotional distress. Walker was initially arrested and charged with attempted murder over the shooting, but those charges were later dropped. Walker subsequently sued the Louisville Metro Police Department and also sought immunity based on the state stand your ground law. Walker's attorney called Mattingly's lawsuit a baseless attempt to further victimize and harass Kenny. Kenny Walker is protected by the law under the KRS 503.085 and is immune from both criminal prosecution and civil liability, as he was acting in self-defense in his own home, attorney Steve Roming said in a statement obtained by CBS News. Even though the most basic understanding of Kentucky stand your ground law and the Castle Doctrine evidence this fact, One would think that breaking into the apartment, executing his girlfriend, and framing him for a crime in an effort to cover up her murder would be enough for them, he added. Yet this baseless attempt to further victimize and harass Kenny indicates otherwise. In a statement obtained by CBS News, Mattingly's attorney Kenneth Walker voiced his support for his client. Mattingly was shot and nearly killed by Kenneth Walker. He's entitled to and should use legal process to seek a remedy for the injury that Walker has caused him, Walker said. Taylor's death sparked widespread protests and demand that the officers involved face accountability. Dozens showed up in pouring rain and bitter cold Thursday night for a Say Her Name march, reports CBS Louisville affiliate WLKY-TV. Until we get some justice, there will be no celebration. There's no time for leisure. There's no time for recreation, said Aaron Jordan, one of the organizers. A grand jury indicted one officer in relation to shooting a neighbor apartment, but no officers were charged directly for the role in Taylor's death. Recently, two grand jurors had come forward to accuse Attorney General Daniel Cameron for misrepresenting their position on potential indictments and not presenting them with the full range of potential charges. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the CBS News article. So you countersue a guy who basically the bullet didn't even hit you at all, right? When Kenneth Walker would try to shoot a warning shot, hit on the ground, and then you see what the latest report says, that the bullet that hit Sergeant Jon Mattingly was inconclusive, which means that you don't know who the bullet came from. And they said that, Kenneth Walker's bullet was on the ground, not in Jon Mattingly's leg, which means it was a friendly fire. The bullet hit Jon Mattingly came from Brett Hankerson, his partner. So, when him doing a countersuing, this is getting utterly ridiculous. That he's blaming Kenneth Walker or countersue Kenneth Walker for he quote unquote emotional distress, assault, and battery, but the evidence proves that it wasn't Kenneth Walker's bullet that hit his leg. So, ladies and gentlemen, it shows you that he's trying to be victimized. He wants to be a victim of the situation, trying to change the narrative. It was Kenneth Walker was the quote unquote the bad guy, that he's the one that really shot him. But the evidence proving that the bullet was inconclusive because, again, there's been reports that it was a friendly fire from Brett Hankerson, his partner, the man that was indicted on wanton endangerment of Breonna Taylor's neighbor's apartment. So it shows you, y'all, that they try to feel sorry for this police officer, but at the same time, they instead of held accountable of what happened with Breonna Taylor. So y'all let me know what you think about this. Like, click, subscribe, and remember to click the notification bell for all the news and commentary. With that being said, this is Lions Den signing off. Deuces.